Welcome to Gunpla the Past, Blue is Required, Episode 2. Today we're taking a look at 144 and 100 scale Zaku II. As with the Zaku 1 from Episode 1, you have your standard Zaku Bazooka and the updated Zaku Machine Gun. Like with many of the larger scale glue kits, you have to choose which weapon to use with your kit. Interesting note was the 144 scales here. The Zaku 1 came with the Heat Hawk, but it didn't have the Zaku Machine Gun. But this one comes with the Zaku Machine Gun, but doesn't have the Heat Hawk. I thought that was kind of interesting. The 144 kit only comes with a Zaku Machine Gun. And here I have 3 Zaku 2s that I've done some custom work to. The middle Zaku 2 I painted in a desert scheme. As for the missing power cables, the cable simply came unglued along the waist. As for the legs, I forgot to place the cable into the lower legs before I glued the legs together. Oops. So I had to cut off some of the flatter sections so I can put it in there. The Zaku 2 on the right, I added a spike shoulder on the other side as well and painted it in the Zaku Marine colors roughly. And the one on the left is a standard Zaku 2 with a regular Zaku 2 color scheme with twin shoulder shields, since I had one left over since I used the other spike one on this one, so might as well do that. And this one I try to add a little bit more, I guess you call it detail, on the older kits. This one I add a little bit of copper to make it look like a joint part. Do the same things for the legs there on the bottom, the knees, and the back too a little bit. In the backpack I colored it a little bit, slightly different colors. Give it something a little bit more of a standout. And then the desert one here, same idea. I painted the hands black and the knee guards a beige? No. It's like a I can't remember the name of the color, but it's like a brown, tan brown color, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Then the Marine Zaku here I painted, mostly blue, and then the green, and then the gray for the hoses and the hands, and then the silver for the machine gun. And there it goes, falling over. Yeah, that's about it for the 144 scale. And here we have 4 Zaku 2s. This one right here is the one called the Real Type. The only difference I found between this one and these is also the color scheme, but also the larger, or a large amount of, I believe these are water slides that come with it for various markings. This is pretty substantial, considering the age of the kit. So, go ahead and put those on. I probably will eventually, just not right now. Obviously, it's taller than the 144 scale versions, like with the Zaku 1. It comes with these. Just come with more weapons, essentially all the weapons the Zaku 2 has, which is the Zaku Machine Gun, the Heat Hawk, and the Zaku Bazooka. And like with these 100 scale Zaku 1, these, for the weapons at least, you have to choose which hand has the weapon, so either the left or the right hand. No, that's not right. You have to choose which weapon to put in the left hand. That's right. Yeah. And some of the parts I noticed on the sides of some of them, right here, example, you can see the sides coming apart a little bit. I'm not sure it's just from me probably not properly sanding and, you know, filing down the parts so the fit is really good. I'm sure it's probably what the head is, but I have noticed this on some of them. Sometimes it's on the back of the legs, or even on the pipes here, you can see a little bit of crack there, but overall you do get 100 scale, which is nice to work with, especially doing like custom jobs on it. Makes it easier for that. If you add like panel lines with a panel liner or something like that, you can make your own, so it will be somewhat updated to current type high grades, or master grades rather, for at least it looks well. And here are some of the poses that you can put it in. You got the He-Hawk above the head, the He-Hawk holding him straight in front of him, the bazooka, machine gun from the rear and then from the front. And it's not too difficult to create these poses. They're rather pretty simple, but here's the one holding the He-Hawk straight ahead. And with it holding it above his head, as you can see, there we go. Holding it above his head. Check the side. And that's a little top too, that's a big gap, so I need to fix later on. And of course the messy glue, but that can all be cleaned up later on before I paint it and whatnot. Next you have the bazooka. And like with the Zaku I, it also has a hollow piece for the sight, so it's kind of interesting. Looks like from the side, from the back, which is kind of irrelevant, but here it is. Then the side, and back to the front. Next you have the Zaku machine gun. Just the hand did not completely, well, the handle didn't completely go into it. Let's try to fix that, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Ah, here we go. I think. Yeah, I think that's probably as close as I want to get to without breaking pieces off, probably. Sorry about that. Here it is. Put it up for eye level, then have it a little bit lower than that. After looking down at a vehicle or something. Well, the camera in this case. Side view. The lovely rear end of the Zaku II. And then the side. And back to the front. And here's the collection of Zaku IIs. Well, this pretty much concludes this little segment of Gunpla the Past. Glue is required for the Zaku II. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you next time.